Hello Stamper, welcome to French's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today it's customer appreciation for the month of May. It's super simple. It's a little purse to put cards in. This is beyond simple. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'm going to show you the cards that I did with that. So really we're using 2 sheets of the Timeless Elegance Designer Series paper, and this is only available while supplies last. And the stamp set, the punch too, it's available while supplies last. You can always use a different paper. I mean, I use this one, I absolutely love it, and I get a lot on hand, so I said why not. So let's start with a piece of 12 by 12 paper. Let me move a little bit of room here. Here we go. And we don't score or do anything. Let me pull you higher so you can see all of it. So what you're going to do is take one point and bring it at the other point diagonal. So like this, just make sure you get that very straight there. And I'm looking, oh, it's right here. I was looking for my bone folder. Like any other project, you want to make sure that you reinforce your score very well. So we're gonna go like this. Now you're gonna bring your paper cutter, and I was doing on the dark side, so if it happened, for some reason I had, the other way. If it happened that when you cut your paper or score or anything that you have to look through your paper, your trimmer there, you can put another piece of not dark, but let me bring you down now. A flashy color or white, so then you can read your number easy. So I still going to use it because we get a lot of black in it, and sometimes it go right on it. So what you want to do, the opening part there, you're going to line that up very straight at the edge and bring that to the 1 inch here. Now I'm going to put that right here just below where it cut, just to see the number better. You're going to bring your point of your cutter, let me just put a little bit lower, at 1. So put that right at 1, push it good, go all the way to 5.5. That is it. You're going to take this, turn it the other way, and again, your opening, that's important, your opening is there. Bring this at 1, right there at 1. We're going to repeat the same thing. This is super easy. You're going to be shocked. You're going to bring this at 1 and go all the way to 5.5. That is it with our paper cutter. Now, sometimes we didn't go right at the edge. So what I mean by that, if it's like this, see, it's just, don't pull on it. So you don't want to rip it. Just come in with your snip and just snip it. That's it. Now you're going to take this and you're going to fold that right at the end where it finished your cutting there. So like this, reverse this. Let's repeat this right at the edge. Now let's reinforce this very well. Very important that you reinforce that, and it should be equal on each side. Now you're going to take this tip here, the right tip, or you can start the left, it doesn't matter. No measurement again, nothing we're going to measure. Bring that right there, right at the edge of where this flopped down. Reinforce this. Take the other hand, do the same thing. See how simple this is? I bet you can see that little purse bag already. It would be cute too with a beach theme, I think. It almost looked like a beach bag. Reinforce this very well. Fold this there. Et voila. Your bag is done, my friend. See? You can leave it, leave it just like that. For me, I wanted something bigger in the bottom so I can fit more. So if you want to say, let's say, put just a chocolate bar in it, cover a piece of a chocolate bar, a regular size chocolate bar, you can cover it with DSP. You can put that there. It would be a cute little gift. But I wanted it for cards. So now we're going to go at half inch. Move that the one that cut, you want the score. You don't want to cut this. Now line this up at half inch right here and score this. Really give a good push. Reverse this again at half inch. I just follow my line here and reinforce this. Now what we're going to do, and so this way, see, it give your basket here. Now you're going to take this here, go at your score, and I like to do both ways. So go like this, turn this around, and again, reinforce that very good. Now we're going to open this up. Push this in. So now you see you get your plate in the bottom there. Try to push that so it do kind of a square. Not a square, but a line there. And then I'm going to put my hand in and just do a tip. Just like this. That's it. Then again over here. Bring this here. Make sure you keep this there, because this needs to be part of down there. Put your hand there, just push it this. Now you get your basket. If you play long enough with it, it stays up almost by itself. How simple that was. Now, for my flower in the front, I did 3 of the, excuse me, the beautiful bunch, and that's the flower, not flower festive, flower, I'm going to put it on the PDF file. This punch is getting retired, and so then the beautiful punch. So if the beautiful bunch, if you want it, now it's the time to get them before it's too late. So I did 2 in the cherry cobbler on vanilla, and I did 1 in the back in the cherry cobbler with black ink, and then I'm going to show you the back there. So we're going to do 1, and I see I didn't bring my cherry cobbler, so I'm going to go get my cherry cobbler here. I don't think that's big enough though. Oh, it is. So I won't stamp with the black. Well, I can. Let me wash this quick here. Oops, I did red again. So I get the stays on here, so I'm going to use the stays on. Okay, I'm going to put the link on the video and in the PDF file. If you see the petals and the punch, they're not all equally. So to make it that it's easy to use with the punch, you have to be careful how you mount your stamp. If it's a clear one, I explained to in the video. So I'm going to have the link for that. You see, I get mine up and down. So then when I take my punch, it matched perfectly easy. If not, you see, if I would go this way, it don't match. Those petals are not the same. So this way, it match perfect. Oops. Here we go. And we're going to cut the other two. This one, you want to put it low enough so you can put your punch high enough. I went a little bit too high, so it was not going in. You see, now it's going. So you want it low enough, but not too low that you don't have enough to punch, because you get a little bit of a border on this. Now you can use the Wink of Stella if you want to color it, but what I done, I use my tiny old punch. I cannot believe I don't have that there. Yes, I must have it there because I don't have it on my table. Oh, it's right here. You're gonna punch a hole right down in the middle here, okay? And that's the 1/8 of a circle. It's all in the PDF file. You're gonna take about 6 inch, and it's hard to go smaller than 6 inch just because you need some space to work. So I cut it in V, do just a single knot. That is it. That's called a French knot. Now you're gonna take your, just pull it a bit, take your 2 peak together, and the reason why I want a small hole, a bigger hole would be easier, but I want it to be secure there. It won't come off. It's very tight, and this way it won't come off. And just pull. See how tight it is? Now, oops, make sure your petals stay there. Now you're going to pull a little bit at a time on each one. Move this, pull. See, you start to have your knot, your French knot. Super simple. I did that way back, but you know what? Sometime bringing old technique with new design, it's awesome. See, it is done. So this here, I'm going to cut it shorter, but this card, I kept this, and after you're done, you see it frayed there. So you're just going to recut this. Oops, make sure you go straight there. And you get the perfect tail for your flower. But this one, we're going to mount them all on top of each other. So you want to cut that very short and very short. And that's not even short enough there. And that's one of the things that you want to make sure that it's tight. Now I'm going to take glue dots and make sure that it's secure in the back. So I'm going to put a glue dot right here and bring this there. Make sure my ribbon don't really show there. You can always trim a bit more if you have to. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. Here we go. Here we go. So now, oops, I could have went a little bit tighter on that one. Not that one, this one. See? You just have a nice little French knot there. Now what I done, I use my bone folder, curl my petal, did the same thing on the cherry cobbler one, because this don't go in the mail, it's for the thing, so you want it, you know, fluffy and big. I'm going to use a dimensional. Well, let me grab more dimensional for this station. Is it funny that you think you get it all and you don't? Okay, we're going to use a dimensional right in the center of this. Put that right there. Make sure you don't see that ribbon though. So you want to tuck that ribbon in the back there. You know what? That one really bugged me. Those ribbon scissors are in the retire list. I say it's one of my best tools. I would say go for it, get them. Oh, and here too. So you see, you really don't want to show those ribbon there. Here we go. So now I want it more, more fluffy, my thing. You could leave it just like that, but I wanted it even more petal. Well, putting this here was not giving me much of a layer. So what I done, I cut all my petal. Just go in V like this. And then I use a glue dots, put it on the side that it's stamped. Bring that here and see, you can have it bigger. So I did that with all my petals. You put it on the side that it's stamped. So this way you just go in the back and it's easy to follow. Because if you leave it the same size, really your flower won't get any bigger. It's just going to get thicker, but not bigger. And I just go in between each of them. And then I got my fluffy and bigger flower. If you hear moaning and groaning, that's my dog. He's funny. Oops. You try to make it about equally. This one can, I think I missed my, this one just don't want to go at the right spot. And one more. So now you see, you get a very nice fluffy flower. And that, how did I put that right there? I use a bunch of glue dots. Why I say a bunch, it's because you don't want that puppy to come off. And just put that in the front right here. See how simple this was? I think it's beyond cute. Now, so you learn how to do the French knot and the purse. I'm going to explain to you the cards. First, I'm going to show you how I cut my paper. So I wanted my to go this direction, up and down, this way. So you're going to put it up and down, and you're going to cut at 4. 4 again. So you get 3 strips of 4 by 4. You're going to take this and you're going to cut that at 5.5. Oh, I was supposed to go on the other way, right? Yes. Because now I cut at 5.5, it's going to go the other direction. Let me pull another piece of paper because I know I get plenty of that one. I'm sorry. Okay, so you want this way at 5.5, so it's going to be this way at 4. So you want your stripe on the facing equal with your paper cutter there. So you're going to go at 4 and 4. Now that's okay. I'm going to do different card on that, and I'm going to share it down the road here. Go at 5.25, and you're going to cut all piece at 5.25. So you're going to have 3 strips like this. And we're using everything. It's no waste of any of your paper here. We're going to be using every bits and piece. And do you see when I cut this at 5.25, I keep on going. So you're going to have a piece that it's kind of off. See, it's not equal on each end, and the other one, it's perfectly equal. So that's important to pay attention to that part. That's why I wanted to cut that piece in front of you. So you're going to take those 3 pieces, put it aside. The one that are perfectly equal, put it together. Like this, it's not equal. Put it on the other side, the other side, the other side, equal. So you get 3 pieces that it's super equal, 3 pieces that don't really match. So what I done, for the pieces that are equal on each end, those one go on the top. Now in the center here, I took one of those one and flip it. This is candy dots, and this little flower, that's the petite punch, the flower punch with the stem set. This one is not retiring, but it matched perfectly with our beautiful bunch. So that's what I use. So you get this one. I just, like I said, put that on top of it, and that was an equal one. Now, this one here, I use this side, so I use one of the pieces that it's not equal. Et voila. I use 3.5 by 1 1/4 and stamp my flower out of it. I use it on another project, but then again, this is the French knot. I just put the hello from a dozen Tots that is retiring. I'm using the just because on this card and many other cards, and that is retiring. So if you want it, it's time to get it. And we're using the hello in there. See how simple that was? Put the jewel. And inside I just did a punch art flower. I mean, use one of the punch. So that was that one. Now, if you see too, I match all my, I'm going to show you how to do this butterfly though. Might as well do that right now. What I done, I punch out, did I kept it here? Well, we're going to do another one. I use the butterfly punch that match what I punch out there. Like this. I go plenty deep. Now you're going to take your marker, the cherry cobbler marker, and you can use any color of the, oops, right here. You can use different color, but I'm going with cherry cobbler because it matched my cards. I'm just going to trace this very quick. And this is the first time I show this technique. So I know I'm going to show it more, but I thought, it's time to pull this up. Now I'm using the flower, the same flower we're using. Keep that there. Oops, did I move it a bit here? Like this. You're going to stamp. No right and wrong. Just stamp, stamp, stamp. Remove this, and voila. Is that cute or what? I think it's so fun. It gives a different butterfly. So that's how I done this envelope. But this one here, again, it was one that was, I used the other side, so you're using one that it's not equal. Just use a banner. Not a banner, but a strip of cherry cobbler and very vanilla. All the dimensions going to be in your PDF file. Now I use one of the other strip to put on the inside here. So that was those 2 pieces. Now this one here, I use the wetland, and this I use an equal one, a strip of very vanilla and a black in the back. What I done, I stamped my goose, just the bottom, on my strip of very vanilla before I glue it there. Now I stamp it with early espresso on watercolor, and I just blend it a little bit, cut it out, and put it on top. See, it's just that part that it's stamped. Then glue it there, you can mount it. So you get masculine card. So that one is this one. Now the next one, very simple. I use another off one here. And I use this one here. See, it's black. Then you get vanilla, a bit of black. I put my just because, stamp my just because there. And the just because, again, it's from the stamp set, then the hello, a dozen Tot. And see how simple this was? Punch out my flower and boom. You don't, it looked like you cut a more cardstock and that, absolutely not. So the same one. Now the next one, I did very simple. I use, the other one that it's equal on each side. You're gonna bring this at 2 5/8. So that's 4, 2 1/2, it's 4, 2 5/8, it's the line beside that. Go about at 1 1/2. You did your cut about 1 1/2. You're gonna fold this, put your finger there. That's the trick, to have your finger so you get a very nice color. And then again here, make sure you put your finger there so you get a nice color. And then for my bow, I use the bow punch, but I just use the center. Let me grab, I'm going to show you quick what I mean by just the center. I did just those pieces here. So you're going to do, you don't need the tail. And this one. So what I done, it's use glue dots. Where did I put? Right here, my glue dots. So I'm going to put that there. One thing that I want to say, so it fold easy, take your bone folder and just roll it. So then it won't, if you don't do that, it won't like kind of crease there. So just take your bone folder and put that there. And then those little red strip that you get, that's what's going to go around it. How simple this was. So you get your little bow tie. See? Just glue that there, and you get your bow tie. Now for the little kerchief there, I use a piece of black, and I'm going to measure it. I don't know exactly what was the size. I would say it's about 1 1/2. It's going to be in your PDF file. Just do a little bit. Now I use my, here we go. And use 2 corners, any corner of scrap paper, like this, and then like this. That's going to be your little kerchief. You put the smaller piece, if you get a smaller piece, that's the one you want to put first. I'm going to put that right here. Don't worry if it go on the side. And then I'm going to take the other one, put that right there. Okay, if it, oops, I need more glue. If you cut your triangle or your bits of piece, they're a little bit too big, like I did right here, just a tiny bit, you're going to just trim that. That's it. This one, I could almost have another one though. See, because it was not enough on the side, I can put another one right there. Oops. You have to add the glue in the back, right? If you wanted to glue. Oops. So you see how simple this was. I think it's just 2 really though of the kerchief that you should have. I'm not sure. Here we go. And if this is a bit too thick, you can trim that there. And here we go. And then I got my little kerchief to put right here. See how simple this was? So all your dimension, all your, I mean, you know, where to cut and that, it's going to be all in your PDF file. So again, thank you so much for doing business with me. And if you get any question, just email me at frenchiestamps@hotmail.com. And thank you so much and have a great day, my friends.